Hello, everyone. This is Raquel, and I want to thank you for joining me today for this Equinox special activation of light. Of course, it's the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere and the fall equinox in the southern hemisphere, and I'm very happy to have all of you joining me today during this really powerful window of light. The equinoxes have always been marked throughout history as the procession of time through the cosmos. And as many of you may be aware, and whether you're aware of it on an intellectual level or a conscious level, many of you are starting to experience time differently. We began earlier in this year to take down the planetary clock shield, which will eventually take us out of the construct of linear time. And for many of us, and perhaps many of you on the call, your experience of time is different. And so, as we sit here in a window of energy that has been known throughout all time of our civilizations as the equinox that marks when day and night are absolutely equal, that even in those realms of the daytime and the nighttime, time may be shifting for you. So just to be aware of that as we continue on this incredible process of ascension and awakening, that is a global awakening occurring across the planet. And so if you are experiencing time differently, things like, this for sure only is supposed to take 2 minutes and all of a sudden it's taking 6, to not be worried. This is a natural process as we begin unlocking from the planetary clock shield. And again, this was something that was placed into the earth and allowed for a way in which we experienced time. And it's really hard to even move beyond that concept because it's so ingrained in the psyche of humanity. But we are noticing that it's just not taking as long. I believe even science has started to report that things are just happening faster. There's not as much time in that 24-hour cycle as we used to have. So as we go through this day of marking the balance, just be aware that it may not be quite as balanced as we thought as we move into this new phase of the ascension. And as we're doing that, we know that the body is also in the process of shifting and changing, coming back into new rhythms, if you will. And this is going to be a noticeable experience for many of you as your system and your biochemical, bioelectrical experiences shift. I know many have been reporting quite a few more, what are they called? Heart palpitations or ear regulation that is kind of restarting into a different rhythm. Many of you may be experiencing that from the effects of the planet shifting into higher magnetics, and of course, the codes coming onto the planet. And so just be aware that that is a very physical response for many as you come back into harmonic balance with it. The heart palpitations and the extra beats, or how the heart responds to that, it's actually coming into harmonic balance with what is happening on the planet, and of course, through all of the encodements that are coming in from the sun and from the atmosphere and from the great central sun and from the cosmic heart, and on and on and on as we continue to be flooded with new levels of light to assist and actually ignite our transformation on a physical level into higher states of light. And as we're doing this right now through this equinox, you may be feeling a lot of different things coming back into a new level of rhythm. Many of you may start to see and feel changes within your digestive. A lot of you are starting to experience this. Eating habits change, frequency of food no longer tolerable. This is all a continuation of this raise in frequency and the recalibration of your body. And although many of us are aware of this, sometimes we don't really understand how deeply the processes and systems within the body are being affected by these shifts in consciousness as light continues to penetrate in from the cosmos and actually from the planetary body herself. And so it's a really exciting time to be aware of this and noticing and being conscious enough of your body and your body systems and the rhythms to recognize when you actually are making that kind of a shift and to truly honor your body in the process. I know that many have experienced, like I'm sure I sure have in the last, especially the last 2 years, how much our body requires additional rest, additional downtime to process. This is a very physical experience we are undergoing. And so be aware, be willing to give yourself the space to nurture the body in a way that will allow you to move into those higher frequencies with more ease and more grace. There is so much about our current way of life that is so rigid. It is so time oriented. It is so I've got to do this and this and this and this by this time, or I'm going to be behind type of attitude. And that's across the board, across the world. It's just the world we're living in. But I really encourage you to make the time, make the space to nurture your body, especially through these high frequency windows of time like we're going through right now. And once again, we are opening up yet another window of time, cycles within cycles within cycles, as we open up the window to the solstice in June. And so this next 3-month cycle, you're going to really begin to feel the acceleration of how quickly your body is adapting. But it also is going to take additional downtime and nurturing for yourself. So just set that into your awareness, set that into your conscious field and into your plans. Because as we move through this beautiful balancing we're going through during this window of time, there's going to be profound shifts at the cellular, subatomic levels of your body once again, as we ride the wave, if you will, to the solstice in June. And with all of that, just recognize and really allow the respect for your body. Your body is made up of trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of conscious cells that are organizing and working to provide you the vehicle to awaken. And that is no small feat, as it is working at that deep level of the subatomic to transform into light. And so if you will please, for just this moment, really recognize and honor this vehicle of light. And really, once again, make a contract with your body, an acknowledgement of the incredible brilliance as your body is a complete representation of everything you need for this journey of light. The intelligence that is remembering and reawakening, that is reconfiguring back into organizational ways that it's never even participated in eons. The way the cells are shifting, the way all of the organs and the glands are shifting and waking up, the way in which the body is working in tandem with your remembering that you are a sovereign being of light, that you are source. And with that acknowledgement, allow yourself to really feel the love for your own body.